chemistry between me and you. I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one.
Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I found out I had PCOS. If you don't know what it is, I'll try to explain it, and I also had a description somewhere on the screen. And I'm also going to tell you guys what I'm doing to like help with it and stuff like that. So yeah, y'all. I found out. So let me go back to when I first started getting my cycle. So I got my cycle when I was in fourth grade. I want to say I think I was probably 10 years old, and I want to say that I got it day of my birthday. The day of my birthday. So my birthday is on May 4th. So and I got my period that same day. Actually, I got it that morning before I even actually went to school. And from what I can remember about when I first started my cycle, I remember like it being my cramps were really bad, especially that first day. Like it was so bad. I was crying. I told my mom I did not want to go to school. I was cramping too bad. My stomach was hurting. So I mean, she made me go anyway. She wasn't gonna let us miss no day of school, but so after I had the first cycle, I didn't have another one maybe till that next year. And y'all, I know that most people start real early on their cycle, and most people get their cycle late. I don't know why I'm one of those people that got their cycle real early. I thought my cycle was gonna at least come when I was 12 or 13, maybe 14 years old, but it didn't. So I didn't get my next period until fifth grade. So and y'all, after I got that period, it's like I didn't get another one. So my mama, she took me to the doctor. I forgot what they had told her I had, but I don't think it was PCOS. I think they didn't put me on no birth control at the time, but I forgot what they told my mom about it. So, but what I do remember is when she took me to the doctor that first time. So if many females, you know that when you go get checked for a pregnancy, do the little ultrasound thing on your stomach. So they did that. That made me, y'all, when I say I had to drink so much water that day, I had to drink water that day so they can like actually do the little ultrasound thing on my stomach. Cause I already told them I didn't have to use the bathroom. So my mom went and actually got me these big old cup of water from McDonald's. You know the Lord side. So she actually went and got me that from McDonald's. I had to drink all of it. And when they did ultrasound, I can't remember what they told my mom I had. I don't think it was PCOS at the time. So, but they didn't put me on no birth control. I think they probably told her that I just needed to let it just come naturally, see what happens. If it don't come, start coming back how you supposed to, then bring back to the doctor. But I guess that was just telling her it's normal, it does that. So for me at the time, I didn't know that your cycle do that. So I want to say I didn't get another period that year at all. And so when I got in the sixth grade, I didn't have a period then. I think when I first got in seventh grade, that's when I got my next cycle. So after I got that next cycle, when I was in seventh grade, that's when my mom took me to a gynecologist, and they actually, I want to say they did a urine test or some kind of blood test. They did some kind of test. That's all I know. And they checked to see what it was. And so the doctor came back in the room. She actually told me it was PCOS. She explained to me what it was. So if you don't know what PCOS is, I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can. So she actually told me that it's like the lining of your ovaries. I think it's like it has cysts around it, kind of like a pearl, a pearl of necklaces, a pearl necklace with a lot of pearls around it, like cysts. And she said that's really why my cycle is not coming as often as it should. So yeah, but y'all, that's the best way I can really explain it. I have this definition somewhere on the screen, like I said. So yeah, she told me what to stop doing, and also it's something for about your insulin resistance. And another thing, I had asked her, like, this is something that I really wanted, like kids. I know I was young asking about that, so, but I had a lot of knowledge at that time. I was trying to educate myself on that subject of PCOS. So I asked her, would I be able to have kids in the future if I wanted them? She told me yes, I would, but it'll be more difficult for me to have children than for a normal person without PCOS have children. So she told me if I was to have children one day when I get older, I probably would have to take a medication called Clomid or metformin. So she said that's, and then I asked her, can women with this condition get pregnant naturally? She said yes, they can. And she said, and it was another appointment. I'm going too far ahead, but anyway, I'm gonna say it anyway. But it was another appointment I went to with her, and she said that I was to get pregnant with the medication, with the Clomid or metformin, that after I have that first child, she said it should be easier to get pregnant with my second child, basically naturally. So back to that appointment. So she told me that she was going to put me on birth control so I can have a period every 28 days. So I think I remember one of the birth controls she put me on, but the first one she put me on, I took those and I would get a period every 28 days. When I started taking those, the first the first birth control pills that she get prescribed to me, I took those, and when that pack was over with, and I did get my period stayed on for about a month. So I told my mom, and just she was like, just make sure, just keep checking on it, make sure it's easy to go off. If it don't go off by so and so, she was gonna call the doctor back and she was gonna tell her. So I told her in the next couple of days, I told her it was still on, it was still on. She was like, and that was before it was even on for a whole month. Like probably after maybe a week or 2 weeks, um, my period was still on, and by the time it reached, I had told my mom about these probably once or twice within, but when I had that period. So and she that was what she told me. So just keep checking on it. Maybe it'll go out soon. Maybe just all that blood just still built up inside that's coming out like that. So when I told her that it was still on, she called the doctor back and she told her that my period been on for almost a whole month. What do I need to do? What does she need to do? So the doctor told me come back up there. My mom made the appointment. She told me come back up there. So, and the doctor, she took me off of those birth control pills and she put me on a different kind. She put me on a different kind. I think those were mylinia, trilinia. It was something like that. So she put me on those, and they did. Actually, y'all, I didn't have a problem with those. The only thing that I actually had a problem with those were after I started taking them. I was taking them for at least that doctor after I kept seeing that doctor for every 6 months. she went somewhere else. She got relocated, I think. So those birth control pills that she put me on that second time, those were actually good. But like I was saying, the only problem that I had out of those were, it's like they took my appetite. They did clear my skin up, and they made me lose a lot of weight. They made me lose a lot of weight. So when when I first went to that doctor's appointment, I was 215. No, not 215. I was 205. So, and the first ones that she put me on, she had to change those. But the second one she put me on, they took my appetite, they cleared my skin up, and they made me lose a whole lot of weight. So y'all, by this time when I was taking those, I probably was in high school. When I was taking those, I probably was in high school. So, and you guys, it was 1 year school had just started back. I mean, my mom and stuff was already telling me I had lost a whole lot of weight. What I've been doing, I'm like, I haven't been doing nothing. Like, I really wasn't eating. Like, when I did go back to the doctor to see her, she asked me. My mom actually told her that that I ain't been really, I ain't been eating. I haven't been having an appetite. So when she was like, my doctor told me that I have to eat. I need to eat something, or so even if it's just some crackers, I need to eat something. But I had lost a lot of weight. I went from 205 all the way down to 130. Y'all, right? I mean, I still had a little fat in the stomach area, but yeah, I lost a lot of weight. Like you could tell in my arms, and I lost a lot of weight. So yeah, I did that, and I was still on the pill. They were still working for me, and I guess by the time I got to maybe 11th, 12th grade, like it's like my weight started picking back up. I didn't get to back in the 200, but I got like towards the 150 and stuff like that. But it was still good. So I guess that's when like the birth control pills really start, not saying getting out of my system, but kind of like giving me my appetite and stuff back. So yeah, y'all, they did that. Oh, and another thing I've got to tell y'all about PCOS. PCOS makes you have hair like where you, I wouldn't say females necessarily shouldn't have them, but I do have it, and I hate that I have it, because it's embarrassing. But I'll show y'all. So my PCOS hairs come in right here, and I do on dermaplane my face, so that's when I do all that. So yeah, my hair comes right here, and I do get a little bit in my chest area, like right up in here, and I get all of that off when I'm dermaplaning my face. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm really just embarrassed by this part, but I am, and by the chest part, because I don't want to feel like I'm a man. I don't. So yeah, y'all. But now that I'm older, it doesn't really bother me. But I'm not really embarrassed about it. Like my boyfriend, he's seen it. He knows about it. So I feel like the people that didn't know back then about it, they didn't ask questions. They just like. So anyway, anyway, when I got off those birth control pills when I was 18, 19 years old. So like I said, I picked my weight back up. I got up to like 150. The highest I probably got while I was on those birth control pills probably was 170, 175. Then it like dropped back right back down. I dropped right back down to 150, 154, 155. So after that doctor left, I didn't really go back to that doctor's office. I maybe went maybe one or two more times. And they were basically just, and all those other appointments, they were just checkups really. So when I graduated high school, I went to a OBGYN, and I know I was young. I was only 18, 19 years old, but I told him I told him I was like, I really don't want to be on medication just to have a baby. But if that what it takes, then okay. He took me. So he basically took me off of the birth control pills. He wanted to see if I could get pregnant on my not on my own, but with the medication. So he put me on Clomid. You know, it's a certain dose they go by. Like they put you on, I want to say it's 50 milligrams or 100 milligrams. It was one of those. I want to say it was one of those that I started off with. So he put me on those. I had to take those when after my period goes off. After my period went off, and let me explain. So I had once my period went off, and once my week of ovulation came around, I had to take those on those certain days. So like day 14, I don't think I had to take it. I had to take them the 3 days before and do the just to see. So he put me on the Clomid just to see if I could get pregnant that way. So and he'll tell me I have certain mood swings and stuff like that with with the Clomid. But when I went back to that doctor appointment, I told him they didn't work. Like I had maybe 2 prescriptions of those. I told him they didn't work, so he gave me a higher dose. And it was one appointment that I missed, that I didn't go to, cause I was out of town. When I came back, I never did make another appointment. I so they really didn't work for me. I feel like even if the milligrams went up, they really didn't work for me. And if you know about Clomid, I've heard a lot of stories about Clomid. I heard that you can have multiple children while taking Clomid. So yeah, and I didn't want to try. I had asked him about metformin. He said that's really for, if you don't know, metformin is kind of like a diabetic medication, something like that. But what I from what I remember him telling me, it the metformin is what helps your insulin. So I think he said my insulin levels, they weren't bad, but they were okay. So I really didn't need the metformin. So he just stuck me with the Clomid. So after I took myself out the Clomid, I didn't want to take it anymore. So because I feel like it didn't work. And when I went home and I talked to my boyfriend about it, I was like, I don't think I'll ever be able to get pregnant, because I I feel like I had to just keep medication just for me to get pregnant naturally, and just for me to get pregnant. And I don't want to get pregnant like that. I want to actually do it naturally. So, and if you know what I mean naturally, you know what I mean naturally. So I don't want to be on medication just to help me get pregnant and stuff like that. So I gave I kind of gave up on having kids around that time, and it was back in 2018. So now, but what I did find after I went to this doctor's appointment for, I want to say I was sick. And one of my brother's ex-girlfriends, her sister, she found out she had the same thing the year before, and this was in 2021. I had asked her, I said, when she made a post about it, and I just read it, and I never texted her about it, but when I did see her at her job where she worked at, that's the clinic I went to. I had asked her about it. Like, I don't remember what I asked her, but she ended up telling me how she got pregnant. So, and Y'all, she told me, she sent me a picture of it. I don't have the other one. The other one is gone, but I'll post a picture of it. So she told me that she was taking the 𝐜𝐭 and the 𝐜𝐢𝐭. So she told me she was taking this. Can y'all see that? She told me she was taking this. So, and I never did get it that year, but I got it. I got it this year, 2023. I got it in May. So I have been taking it. I haven't saw my period yet from it, but and I when I did get, I asked her how long did it take her to see results from taking it. She told me it took 3 months. At 3 months when she got her period, that's when she got pregnant. So I was like, okay, so maybe this could work for me. So with the 𝐜𝐭, I had to find the picture of the 𝐜𝐈 to show you what it helps for. But the 𝐜𝐭 says and y'all, it's only one left for here. There's only one. And I had these since May. And look how small this bottle is. So, but y'all, let me say this first. With the 𝐜𝐈, you have to take 4 of those. 4 of those and one of these. So that's why that's bottle gone. I took 2 in the morning and 2 at night of the 𝐜𝐈. And I take one of these. So, and so with these, it's the 𝐜𝐭, it says it supports reproductive health. So it supports healthy 𝐜𝐈 levels, and promotes a healthy cycle. It's a dietary supplement. 90 veggie caps, 50 milligram per capsule. So, and I'll show y'all how it looks. I'll show y'all how it looks. I can't get it out, y'all. Let me see. Okay, here you go. So, this is the 𝐜𝐈. That is the 𝐜𝐈. That is the 𝐜𝐈. So, and the 𝐜𝐭, it looks like, this is the 𝐜𝐈. The 𝐜𝐭, And the 𝐜𝐭, it looks the exact same way. So, I haven't I haven't got my period yet, but usually, so I feel like ever since I got off of the birth control pills, like my period has been coming every 6 months. So my last period this year was in February. My next period should be in August. So, but sometimes they come a month early or something like that. But I feel like it's trying to come. But even though that's a TMI, I feel like it's trying to come. Sometimes when I have my period, like I had back in February, sometimes if I had one in February, I may have another one that next month, but it don't work like that all the time. So the 𝐜𝐭, I've been taking it since May. I've been taking both of those since May. So my last pill I took for the 𝐜𝐈, I took those last month. That was the last of those. So I have to give me some more of those. Yeah, I feel like and she told me she got hers off Amazon, so that's where I got these from. And I had asked her how do I take it and all that before I got it. She told me it's a 4-to-1 ratio, so you take 4 of the 𝐜𝐈 and 1 of the 𝐜𝐭. So say if you wanted to do 4 of the 𝐜𝐈 and 1 of these, and you want to do them all together, you can't do that. But I split mine up. I took 2 in the morning, 2 at night, and I took these. I took one of these. I took these in the morning. So I feel like they help. And also I was reading the reviews on these. It's a lot of people said that it helped them get a positive pregnancy test, and it helped them I think some of them took ovulation tests and they had a good ovulation. They were ovulating from it, and a lot of people, some more of the reviews said that it was helping them lose weight. So I can't give it that. I haven't seen like not. I'm not gonna say a huge difference. I haven't seen like um a major like weight drop, but I can tell they are good. When I first started taking them, and oh, and reviews said some more people said that it helped their energy levels come up. So that's another thing with PCOS. It's and certain symptoms of PCOS and people with endometriosis. They say it helped them too. So another thing with PCOS symptoms you get from that is like depression, acne, um, weight gain, your insulin levels and stuff like that, the hair. So, and it also helps. It's not a major weight loss, but I can tell they do work. And PCOS does take away your energy. So, with me, I take a lot of naps. And probably because of the food I eat too. I take a lot of naps, and I can tell my energy levels are low because sometimes I'm so tired I don't want to do anything. And when I started taking these, when I tell you it wasn't. I'm not going to even say it wasn't even the first week. Like no, let me not exaggerate like that. Well, a couple days into taking it, like I can feel it. Like once I took it that first day, I could feel it like working. Like I feel my energy levels coming up. I wasn't taking as many naps. So yeah, y'all, they really did work for me. So like I was saying, I got my period when I was in 4th grade. I got on birth control when I was in when I was in 7th grade. Sorry. I got off of those when I was 18 or 19 years old, and that was in 2017, 2019. I mean 2017, 2018. So it was one of those years I got off birth control. I think it was 2018. So I discovered these from from a, from that friend. She put me on these, and I've been taking them ever since. Well, I started taking these this year in 2023. So they do work. I can give them their credit for that. They do work. So when next time I get these, they actually have different forms of these. I know you can buy them separate or you can buy them together. So, I think, I want to say these were like $30 a piece. I mean, like $30 together or something like that. But if you buy them separate, I think one's 17, I think one's 17, I think one is 19. But the next time I order it, I want I want the powder form of the mayo. It comes in like a big little powder container, and this doesn't. So you'll have to just take the pills with these. But I think I'd rather get that because the mayo, in the powder form, it will last longer. It's still so like how this pill is. It has like the powder in it. If y'all can see that, it has like the powder in it. It has like the powder in it. So that's how the mayo in the container is. It's the powder form. It's the same powder that's in the mayo. So that's the one I want to get. I feel like that'll be more reasonable to get that, so it'll last. So yeah, y'all. And I just wanted to do this video to explain to y'all that it's a lot of, I'm not the only person that goes through these. There's more people out, there's more women out there that goes through PCOS, endometriosis, or whatever other reproductive health issue there is out there. So that's basically why I want to do this video and why I want to tell y'all that's how I found it out. Like when I know this video is all over the place. I know this like little, what you wanna call it? How I'm telling y'all the story. I know it's all over the place. I know some things are. I keep going back to certain points, but I'm sorry about that, y'all. And like I was saying, like that's another thing. Like when I did start it, it's like this is TMI, but I'm pretty sure y'all females out there understand me. So when I first got it, it was like, and this happened not plenty many times, but this happened on multiple occasions. Like before I even got on the birth control pills, like so when I first got it, got my cycle, it was like thick, thick clots. And and that's when I told my mom, I yelled to my mom. I was in the bathroom, supposed to be getting ready. I just woke up. I had used the bathroom, you know, the regular thing you do when you get up in the morning, getting dressed and ready for school. I used the bathroom. I hollered. I screamed to my mom, like, "Mama, look." She looked and I'm like, you okay?" Like, "Yeah, but my," she said, that's your period coming on. But you don't supposed to be clotting like that and stuff like that. So, especially not those big, gigantic clocks that I had. So, I thought something wrong with me. I don't know why. But anyway, I want to say that when that happened, I want to say she didn't take me to the doctor then. Like I said, she took me to the doctor when I was in fifth. Now I want to say I was in fifth grade. That's when they checked me and stuff like that. So yeah, y'all excuse me. I need to shave. So, but yeah, y'all, it's been a journey, y'all, and I'm still. He made my boyfriend. We want a baby so bad, and I keep telling him, like, I don't think I can get pregnant. I think I will have to actually be on medication to get pregnant. And he's like, no, you don't. Do you see how many people get pregnant and they have the same thing that you have and they don't be on medication, they get pregnant naturally? Like, so that really made me realize, okay, maybe I can get pregnant naturally. If this girl that put me on these right here can get pregnant naturally, and it actually helped her ovulate and get her period back regularly. So even though I don't know if it's safe to take during pregnancy, but I think I saw a review that said you can take this right while pregnant. So, but I won't trust. I go to the doctor just to make sure. So even if I had to be taking these for the rest of my life just to have a period, I will. It's better than taking birth control. Birth control makes your body up. So yeah, and then if I don't this is my thing. If I don't see any results from the 𝐜𝐭 and the 𝐰𝐢𝐭, I saw on TikTok where I saw two people on TikTok where they were trying these. It was some kind of not um it was some kind of pill they were taking, but it's for when you have cold and stuff like that. That they were actually getting pregnant off of that. But I don't want to take it just to take it if I'm not sick. I mean, I would like to try it, but I don't want to take it just to take it. So I don't think I'll try that one. But it was another girl I saw on TikTok about a week or so ago, and she was like, she took Geritol to get pregnant. And you know, there's a liquid form and there's a pill form, and they say it at the end of every bottle there's a baby. So I would like to try that out to just to see if it would actually work for me. So yeah, but y'all, this would be the end of this video. If I didn't explain this story exactly to your knowledge, to for you to understand it, then I'm sorry. But I explained it to the best of my ability from what I can remember. So y'all, this is the end of this video. I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.